Welcome back, everyone, to 40k Lore with Ludus Infinium and my alternate Heresy series. And today we're going to be talking about who I made the Warmaster, why I made them the Warmaster, and why I didn't pick at least two other choices. So let's get into it. So as I mentioned in the last video, video before last, technically, my choice for Warmaster was Sanguinius, and his legion being the Blood Angels. So, two other choices that came to mind that I've always heard were Guilliman and Dorn. But I had actually a third choice that I was looking at, which was the Lion. Out of the four, I believe Sanguinius had the most respect and love from his brothers that they would listen to him. And I believe out of everyone, when Horus, because in order for the alternate heresy to work, Olenor still happens, but Horus turns down the title of Warmaster and recommends Sanguinius to the Emperor, or even doesn't have to, because the Emperor's like, you don't want it? Okay, everyone likes Angel Boy. Let's give Wing Boy the crown. Now, granted, I say that jokingly, because I actually do like Sanguinius, but, yeah, so he would give Warmaster to Sanguinius either through his own machinations or through the recommendation from Horus. Now, how does that affect the others? Well, with Guilliman turning to Slaanesh, with the Khan turning to Khorne, with Ferrus Manus turning to Nurgle, and with the Lion turning to Tzeentch, I think he would absolutely be able to hold them in control better than Horus was able to hold the others in control. The key one here for me is the relationship between the Warmaster and the Legion that falls to Khorne. So, canonically, that would be Horus and Angron, who there was a warped aspect of respect there, but Angron very often did not listen to Horus because Angron knew best and just wanted to slaughter people. I don't think Sanguinius would have that problem. I really don't. I think he had enough respect from the Khan, again, where they both created the Legion Librarius, or both had a hand in creating the Legion Librarius, that there would be enough mutual respect there that he would know how to get him to do what he wants. That being said, another one I could see having issues potentially would be Russ. But I think that he would be able to get Russ in line. I really do. Especially if they fall to Chaos with Sanguinius getting the, for lack of a better word, biggest and best boon from Chaos out of all of his brothers, being the Warmaster and leading the Heresy. I think that a corrupted Russ would respect that power and be able to realize that he should follow him. I don't think it would be quite that seamless, but I think that he would be able to at least stomach it. But as for why I didn't choose Guilliman, he doesn't have the respect, and let's face it, it's Guilliman. Dorn is another one I've seen thrown out there. I don't think he's really good enough all around. Now, granted, I don't think Sanguinius is the best all around, but I think that the Blood Angels do match up to the Sons of Horus in a lot of ways, or well, the Luna Wolves in a lot of ways, as well as being able to hold more respect for his respective group. So I do think that it would be a lot easier for Sanguinius to, how do I word this? I think it would be a lot easier for him to be able to launch the Heresy. I guess would be a word, or commenced with heresy than Horus did. Because Horus had to work from the shadows for a lot of it. I do think Sanguinius would have to as well, and I'll get into that when I start digging into the series a lot more. And it's something that I do believe that with him having the respect of his legion, in the way the others had the respect of their legions, I think it would be a greater traitor force. But I also think there would be more loyalists too, because I think the loyalist side would split a lot less. And something that this is going to come down to is actually two characters as far as the alternate loyalists. Those being Angron and Conrad Kurz. Conrad Kurz, I'm not going to have him go batshit insane. Only for the case of... I'm going to have... The reason I say this is... If he does go batshit insane, he's doomed to fail. He is. He is literally going to fall to chaos if that happens. 10 times out of 10. So, in order for this to work, he can't go insane. So, he could potentially get found by an expeditionary fleet earlier, or even one of the other Primarchs earlier. That said, another one that's going to be important is Angron. He is not going to land on Nuceria. I'm sorry, he's not. This goes back to where I changed the lore for Guilliman to find the Lair Blade instead of Fulgrim. I would put Angron anywhere else in the known galaxy except for Nuceria, only because if Angron gets the Butcher's Nails implanted on him, again, doomed to fail. So there are certain key points that I am going to have to change in the canonical lore, and that will probably be my next video of talking about specific changes that I'm making, so that I can make it to where each of the Primarchs either fall or stay loyal. You know, another good example would be Mortarion. He held a lot of anger towards the towards the Emperor, for, you know, the Emperor just being better than him and disproving his worldview of only the strong survive, because he believed himself strong and then saw he was weak. Maybe just tweak that to where he sees it as the Emperor is stronger than I, so I should strive to be as great to my legion as the Emperor is to me. Something like that. That's something I'm going to have to really tool around with. So the next video for this might be a while in the making, but it's something I'm going to have to go through, look at each individual Primarch to begin with, and determine how to keep them from falling. Well, determine how to keep the canonical traitors from falling, and then how to make the canonical loyalists all fall. So that's going to be something that I'm going to have to really heavily look at. And actually I have a good idea for the Dark Angels. Is Caliban is a chaos world, and it wouldn't be that hard to fuck with them. So, yeah. It's one of those things where I'm kind of looking forward to this adventure. I hope you all are too. But this is definitely going to be an interesting road, because this is something where I am going to go through and I'm going to rewrite the Horus Heresy. And I'm going to do it on a grand scale, step by step. And now I want to make this very clear. I love the Horus Heresy. It's my favorite part of 40k lore. It's not that I'm doing this because I don't like the Horus Heresy. It's just the gravity of it just set in that I actually am going to rewrite the Horus Heresy for, let's call it what it is, essentially fan fiction, or or kind of just like a headcanon kind of thing. But for an interesting alternate heresy, I think the only way to do it justice is to do it as a long-term thing. And yeah, I'm actually really excited about it now. I mean, I was excited about it before, but now that I said it that way, I am really stoked to be doing this series. I hope that you all are, hell, even half as excited as me about this. So, again, be looking out for this series. I'm going to try and do it as often as possible. I will be filling it up with 40k rants, Horus Heresy review. I also have my Primarch series that I'm doing. So I do have a lot of things to fill up the lore slots right now. But definitely keep an eye out for this one, because this is one I am really super excited about, and I can't wait to honestly start the next video on this one, where I go through just the main changes of how I handle the Primarchs and stuff like that. That's going to be cool. That's probably going to be one of my favorite videos I've done to date. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you all have a big smile on my face as I do right now. And, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!